guess where I have landed? I am in a beautiful farmhouse here in Clare Valley in the county of Tyrone, and I'm with the wonderful Scott Griffin. Scott, it's a pleasure.
Hi, how's it going?
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're very
Your
welcome.
home is so fantastic.
Thanks.
And Scott is an interior designer. And would you like to tell us a little bit about what you, well, first of all, if you'd like to tell us, I'm bursting to tell everybody what's happening at the minute.
Yeah, so currently I'm on a new TV series, House of the Year Northern Ireland. It's a BBC series, and basically it's a search on to find, quirky, unusual, big, small houses around Northern Ireland. And I'm very fortunate I got into the top 5 houses, and the final is on Monday the 28th of October in Belfast. So yeah, it's exciting.
Oh, very exciting. And what happened, or how did it all begin, or how did BBC get in touch with you? What actually happened?
So there's an application open, and they're actually looking, I do believe, for houses for next year's series as well. So basically, yeah, you submit photos and videos to the BBC, and then they shortlist you. So on this current series, there are 15 really beautiful homes, and then there's 3 homes on each episode, and then 1 is chosen to go through to the final.
Wonderful. And of course the designer that everybody knows and follows is
Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, yes, and just a great character. And I people often say, oh, what's he like in person? I actually say he is, as you see him on TV, a really nice person, very charismatic, great charisma, and just, yeah, a very genuine person.
And that's of course what everybody wants. They want to know that the person that they're dealing with, like yourself, that I have known over the years, is real, true, fun to be with, and have wonderful ideas. I have actually been also asked a question which I can understand, because checking out all the work that you do, and people are saying, God, I'd love to have Scott to come to my house to give me ideas. But they're afraid in case the price, the price is everything.
I think there's always that perception, interior design, people go, oh, but actually I think, I like to be realistic with people. You don't need massive budgets to create something beautiful. I hope that I've shown it through this house that I haven't spent a fortune, but it's comfortable, it's homely, and I've reused a lot of stuff. So I think for interior design, from an interior designer point of view, I can save clients money as well. And if they like something, well, maybe we can research it and get it somewhere else a little cheaper.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you one thing, if it's anything like his coffee, it's going to be fabulous. So we're going to take this to the next level, and we're going to have a wee look around your beautiful home and let the people see how fantastic, how creative, how musical this man is. This guy has a lot to offer. We'll see you in a few minutes. So we're in the living room, and it's so peaceful here. I'm so relaxed. I nearly feel as if I've been living here all my life. Scott, this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
And the beautiful open fire, of course, is wonderful. You can't beat an open fire. I don't know what to look at next, Scott, because there's so much beauty around, and I'm really intrigued with this. Tell us about
with the antlers, yeah, it's quite a quirky piece, and I just like it because it's actually white and it's something a little bit different. And I picked that up a couple of years ago, I think in Dublin somewhere, and I just thought, yeah, I know the right place for it.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And this is stunning, the light, the chandelier, like that's...
Yeah,
fantastic.
that really is. That was probably the catalyst of this room. I bought that. At the time, this room was very, very different, and I thought, wow, I had it put up. And then I thought, right, so yeah, it was very much the inspiration of this room.
Yes, and the furniture, I suppose what I love about the furniture is that each piece is so different. We've the chaise
Yeah.
lounge, fabulous, and this beautiful piece here.
Yeah, I just like to mix and match. I think that's what makes a really successful interior, where things actually don't match. You know, they don't have to match.
Yeah, and I suppose that's what people think. They think that they have to get the suite of furniture all to match, and it's actually so much quirkier when everything is so different, because you're drawn to something different all the
Absolutely,
time.
yeah. I really like this chair here as well. When I purchased this, and it was actually a mahogany surround.
Right.
But I just love the fabric. I just think it's amazing. So I actually just painted it this sort of greyish colour, and it just really gives it a new lease of life. You know?
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful room. All the pieces that you have here, and even the shells, this here done up with the light, you know, we're always drawn towards the light. And of course, me being the fun character and enjoying life and whatnot all. I love this idea here, Scott. Oh, I think I could actually do a wee dance or something with it. I love this. And do you see this here? I could wrap it around me. I think it's wonderful. What a wonderful room. This is beautiful. I'm in heaven. Let's check out our next room. This is our study room or office. So when Scott has clients that come to see him, he's fit to show them some of his samples here. Scott, this is...
Yeah, so all different fabrics in this book. This is just one of the books that we have. So it's great, you know, because you can show clients all different textures and patterns, and yeah,
and all the
create
different
moves.
colours. And God
Yeah.
knows, I see that you've loads of books
No,
over
well, that's
here.
just some of them. There's wallpaper books there and a few more fabric books. So yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
and you know what? I doubt I'd need this man at my house, because I'd need the ideas. There's too much here for me to pick, Scott. So how do you know what
it can be
somebody wants?
quite overwhelming. So usually you ask your clients sort of what colours do they like, and then you can base off your designs from that. Sometimes clients don't know, so it's just kind of up to me to try and give inspirations.
So whenever you are doing up a design or doing up a room for someone,
Yeah.
you said that you put it now together in a 3D image.
Yeah, because people, a lot of people can't visualize. So I think the way forward is the 3D design. They can see it right there, and do they like it or don't they like it? So it's really, really useful. And also it's all about, the space, because you can actually measure out the furniture. Does that sofa fit in it or maybe not? So it's a really good thing. Yeah.
Excellent, because I remember actually back a short time ago, I wanted a big rug in my sitting room, and you were fit to go in and actually send the photograph of the room in, and it showed what the rug would actually look like, and I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, because you know what, so many people buy big pieces of furniture or big rugs, or maybe too small of a rug, and they get home and they're like, it just doesn't work.
Yes.
And especially with sofas, once you've paid it, a lot of retailers won't take them back, so it's very, very important.
It's a little bit like the frames also, where we go out and we buy frames for the wall for photographs, and we come home and the photographs then don't fit.
Yes.
So it's something similar. So that's why we need an interior designer like Scott Griffin here in the beautiful county of Tyrone, in this beautiful room. So how can people, by the way, get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's bohemianinteriordesign.com. I'm also on Instagram. You'll probably find me under my own name, Scott Griffin. And I'm also on Facebook.
Fantastic. So check this man out, Scott Griffin. This is where it's all happening today. So we are here in the beautiful county of Tyrone, in this beautiful farmhouse that has been done up by the wonderful interior designer, Scott Griffin. One room is nicer than the other. I'm excited about going into each room. So, look at this, it's beautiful. Another musical room, another meditation room, relaxation room. You can sit and have a little drink. Scott, this room is fabulous. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, this is the snug, I like to call it. I just think it's a nice little room to chill out. It's quite masculine. I quite like the dark tones. I love that Chesterfield. I just love Chesterfield. So yeah, it's somewhere you can kind of come in, drink a glass of wine, and just chill out, you know.
Fabulous. And I see here that you have loads and loads of magazines.
Yeah, so this is, I just love collecting different interior magazines, and some of them are vintage. So yeah, they go back, probably some of them go back as far as the late 80s, I think. So yeah, it's fun.
And I love actually the lamp.
Yeah.
And the lampshade. This is somewhat, it reminds me of you on the piano.
Yeah.
This is class. I
Yeah,
love
so-
that. And I love your wall
Tapestry. Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a Venice, and yeah, I just love that. You know, it just reminds me of Italy. So yeah.
Beautiful. This room again for the snug, we call it. So I could be snugging up here later on, Scott, so I could with a wee glass of red wine. It's all happening here in the beautiful County Tyrone. So for our final room, we're coming to the end of our show room, and the feeling here, Scott, is so peaceful, and you'd know that we were getting ready for a restful sleep.
Yeah, I just wanted to use that sort of like forest green. I just think it's really it is very peaceful, just really. Yeah, tranquil.
Very peaceful and very relaxing, and even your bed is fabulous. I love the headboard, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. It's and the fireplace, once again, all these fireplaces are original fireplaces, so it's so beautiful, like, to see the likes of that. It's such character. The room has such character. I'm even looking at this old-fashioned
Dresser.
fabulous.
Dressing.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So in a lot of cases you have chosen a lot of old furniture to make the house.
Yeah, you know, I think it really works really well in this house, but also a lot of these are family pieces which I've kind of sort of, you know, inherited over the years, so it's really nice. They all have a story to them, you know. Yeah.
Has any of them belonged to grandparents, or?
Yeah, this would have been my grandmother's, so it just reminds me of her when I was a young child, just sitting at the dressing table, you know, getting ready, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite nostalgic, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. That's wonderful. And this is also the same.
Yeah, again, so this has been sort of like sanded down and varnished because it was in quite bad state, but it's come up really well, and it's just, there's a lot of nice detail in, you know, and it's very nice. Yeah.
Even the blinds on that, Scott, you were telling me that you actually cut this and made it to fit the size, and that, I mean, you are so creative.
Yeah, I wanted to really sort of like, you know, I wanted to keep all the lovely architrave around the windows and everything, so if I use curtains, they just wouldn't look very good, I don't think. So by just using simple blinds, I think we just really done the room well, you know.
And I notice here, just over on this side of the room, so that you obviously sit down and you write yourself your notes.
Maybe so, yeah.
For the next day of what you have to do.
It's quite quirky, yeah.
Or actually, indeed, what I would be inclined to do is, I'm always thinking during the night an idea could come up, so you can jump out of bed, write down what has come into your thoughts, so that in case you forget. Wonderful idea. Now, I have to say, I love the trunk too.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask you to open it up because I don't, I'm afraid of all the treasures that I may come to see, but I have to say, I think it is only fabulous. But at this stage, folks, we are coming to the end And I want to ask Scott now to leave the room because I'm going to have a wee lay down. I'm exhausted after that, don't you know? This is fabulous. Oh, it's all happening here in the wonderful County Tyrone. Check Mr. Scott Griffin, the interior designer, out. I think he is wonderful. He'll be coming to my house soon. So I am here with Scott Griffin. I'm after going through his whole house. I am in awe with the beauty and with his so talented skills of what he's done with this beautiful farmhouse. If you want to check it out, we're going to put it all together and we're going to be on YouTube. So if you check out Sound Quality Gifts on YouTube, you're going to see the wonderful Scott Griffin, interior designer, County Tyrone. And you know what? I reckon he has a chance. I think he's in for winning this. I think he's in for winning this competition. I'm going to say it here now. I want to be the first one to congratulate you. You're so embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want me to say that. But I have to say I'm touched. I can't believe how fantastic your home is.
Thanks very much.
It is beautiful. So it's all happening here in Clare Valley in the county of Tyrone. Tyrone, you ought to be so proud of having this man here in your presence.